Walang i-prove sa akin. Kumbaga, sa akin, parang ako yung magbibigay ng... Hindi, parang kung ako yung...
Last episode na po namin ito. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Change venue.
Change venue for...
Kasi actually gabi na.
Actually. Super.
We're supposed to record this kaya lang.
Like,
busy. As much as we've been busy the past days kaya hindi rin makapag-record. Anyway, we're going to talk about
The Covenant.
Bruno.
No. The Covenant. Kasi it just so happened that today is
Sunday.
And today, ano yung sinelebrate in church?
The solemnity of the body
of Christ.
The Sahili with the Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Na iniwan na sa ating lahat.
And then, parang lately, napas na nga yung divorce bill.
So, kanina sa sermon ng pare, he was very parang
would you say emotional, kind of?
Yeah, na parang
disappointed, most definitely.
Kasi issue ngayon yung sa divorce and we thought na siguro we can talk about yung mga kanya-kanya stand namin. Kasi sa amin, we're not completely the same.
Oh, we're not in agreement when it comes to the topic of divorce.
Although we can explain it naman to why and the reason why we're not actually talking about it that much on social media. Kasi nga, ang daming trigger dito. I mean, sobrang daming ng trigger doon sa issue na yan, no? Mapa-pro or anti-divorce. May kanya-kanyang saloobin, may kanya-kanyang mga opinion. Ang daming triggered to the point
and pareho naman may point, both sides.
Nagbabangayan sila, nagtapang, ano sila. Pero, I've posted sa social media yung take on how you should be expressing mo yung saloobin mo pagdating sa ganyan. Kasi, minsan ang nangyayari, parang nagkakaroon naman ng divide because of that. Funny thing is, yung issue is about fixing something sa mga hindi magkasundo. Pero doon sa issue ngayon, nagkakahiwalay yung magkabilang panig. Funny lang kasi parang napaka-ironic na ganun yung nangyayari. Ang sabi ko nga doon sa post ko, parang back ng election na nagkaroon ng divide between Marcos and Robredo on both sides, no? Come to think of it, that's politics as much as itong divorce na haluan na naman ng politika. Ganun din yung thinking natin, very political when we're trying to explain yung mga bagay-bagay. Pero sa akin kasi, I'm not really for it. Para sa akin, kung hindi nagkasundo yung mag-asawa, hindi nag-work out yung relationship nila, that's on them. Pinasok nila yan. Kung ang sa akin lang, hindi divorce ang solusyon. Kung gusto nila maghiwalay, fine, maghiwalay siya. We were given free will already to decide on that. Bakit natin ibibigay yung or i-depend, i-rely doon sa divorce bill yung magiging solusyon ng gulo, ng issue.
But your disapproval of it, does it stem from more of in a religious, like spiritual aspect?
maraming aspect eh. Ang sa akin lang, ah, kasi kung spiritual yan, totally sabihin ko, no, it's not really the answer. Pero yun na nga eh, bago pa mangyari yung gulong yan, the mere fact na pumasok kayo sa relationship yan, you started good, you started well. Okay yan. Nag-progress yung relationship to the point na ang nangyari is hindi pala kayo sa isa't isa. So, I think hindi pa enough or sabi nga nila, bago nyo simulan, no? Ang pinaka number one advice dyan lagi pag may pinakakasal, let God be the center of your marriage.
Sa church. Paano yung mga,
Diba?
sa civil lang
Well,
naman.
yun na nga. Mamaya pupunta tayo dyan.
Anyway,
okay?
so yung take mo, you're not
pero
for
yun na
it.
nga eh. Let God be the center of it.
Mhm.
Yung sa divorce bill, magpapakasal na yung mga tao ngayon with the divorce bill. Parang, let the
Magkaka-second chance, basically. That's what you're saying. Kasi pag nag-divorce sila, then
No,
pwede silang
parang-
magkaroon ng second chance.
parang hindi na
To find a happy-
si God yung sentro ng marriage ninyo.
Kasi tapos na.
Nire-rely nyo na sa law ng tao.
Ayun na.
Diba?
I mean, when you put it that way kasi, then I can see your point. But, kasi, ako, naiintindihan ko yung mga plight ng mga,
I do.
hindi, like, di ba, coming from a broken home, my parents, their marriage didn't work out. So, I think, di ba, like, it didn't work out, they went their separate ways. My dad stayed single only because I believe he only remained single because siya eh, may pagka-religious siya eh. Parang nahanap na lang niya siguro yung way niya spiritually nung nagkahiwalay sila nung nanay ko. So, naging madasalin siya, sumasama siya dun sa tita ko na madre, nag-community service, like, yung mga ganun. Nakita ko na naging ganun yung path niya in life. Tapos, he devoted his life to, instead of, magkaroon pa ng second chance at love. Hindi. Parang siya, pinili na lang niya, alagaan yung magulang niya. Alam mo yun? Like, malalaki naman na kami. So, hindi na namin kailangan ng
pero,
mag-aalaga.
syempre, before tayo malihis doon, no?
So, going back to that, I would want him to, kumbaga, siguro one of the things din kung bakit hindi siya nakakapag-move on, obviously, they're still married. They were married in church. Di ba? And yun na nga, sa Catholic faith, kapag ang church marriage, it's a sacrament. So it's, like, traditionally, like, sabi nga nila, pag kinasal ka sa church, you can only get married once in church unless your spouse dies. Diba? So, even if naghiwalay na yung magulang ko, my dad will never be able to get married in church again as long as my mom is still living. Diba? And ganun din sa mom ko.
Sa akin, basically, I would commend your daddy, kasi ganun yung by all means, remain single. Walang problema. Kasi sa akin yan, sinasabi ko dito, pag hindi nag-work out yan, okay lang na maghiwalay kayo. Kasi sinasabi naman doon, okay lang na maghiwalay. Lalo na pag ang rason niya is unfaithfulness.
Yes, that's true.
So, okay lang maghiwalay. Pero hindi ibig sabihin,
pinutol
nyo na yung sacrament na yun, yung blessing na yun eh. Hindi. You can actually live your life still na hindi yung ang dami ko nakikita kasing post na nagsasabi, sino kayo para magsabing wag bigyan ng chance dahil lang maganda yung naging relationship niyo? Oo po, ako po, nagsasabi nun. Ang second chance, hindi ibig sabihin you have to go through another relationship. Yung second chance na sinasabi, you make amends for kung anong possible na pwedeng gawin ninyo para mabuti yung buhay ninyo na pleasing sa kung ano yung prinamis nyo sa sacrament na yon. Hindi nyo man magampanan yun, there are other ways para maging maganda pa rin buhay nyo. Hindi sa ganun ulit. Dahil kung ganun yung magiging rason ninyo para sabihin na gusto ko ulit kasi ng kasal na ganyan, masyado na makasarili yon. Dahil gusto kong, hindi nga nag-workout eh. Kanino bang kagagawan yun? Hindi sa sinisisi ko kayo o kung hindi man nag-workout ka, malamang ganun yung tadhana. Pero ang nangyayari dyan, nagmahalan kayo sa umpisa pa lang.
paano yung mga hindi kasi lahat.
Out of love.
Not even.
Oh, wait. Before we go that, alam ko rin sasabihin mo, pero doon yung point na before we even go that, kung talagang ang nagsimula yan nagmahalan naman kayo, kung talagang nasa sentro ang Diyos sa inyo, then have faith na hopefully ma-assume kung hindi man, there's a reason behind it. Hindi yung tipong, ang reason nito, para mag-asawa ulit ako. And it gives you the authority to do that because there's this bill na parang ina-undermine niyo yung covenant, ina-undermine niyo yung sacrament, ina-undermine yung
siguro it's not about undermining or I get the need for a second chance sa mga hindi nag-workout. Lalo na yung mga abusive, yung naging marriages nila. And also, kapag nagsimula sila na ayaw naman nung isa magpakasal in the first place, pero napilitan magpakasal. Because like in the olden days, like you didn't have a choice. You just, you have to marry the person that you committed a disgrace with or whatever. Diba?
For example, yun na nga ang hirap kasi na sabihin iba-ibang tao.
Iba-ibang experiences, iba-ibang pinagdadaanan. So, hindi nga natin pwedeng i-compare.
Oo, hindi mo i-compare.
Hindi nga talaga.
Ang dami sabi, mabuti kayo, naging okay. Isaan paano sa amin, hindi.
Pero like, at the end of the day, you had a choice. Ako, more than anything, okay, not pro, I'm not anti. Like, for me, kasi, siguro case to case. Depende sa ano talaga. Kung yung mga tipong nagpakasal lang, tapos, ayoko na parang, alam mo yun, like, there is no reason, tapos sasabihin nila, what's the common grounds for divorce? Yung parang, what's that? What's that term that they use kasi? Like, irreconcilable differences, yung reason nila. Like, that's crazy, di ba? Like, kung yun yung reason, that's crazy to me.
Bakit hindi nyo sinimulan kasing kilalanin mo na isa't isa bago kayo pumasok doon sa marriage na yan?
So,
lahat magmamadali magpakasal kasi pwede naman mag-divorce
Exactly. Which is, yun yung sad. Yun yung sad. Di ba?
Parang,
they will take it for granted.
In the first place yung relationship, bago pa kayo pumasok dyan, alamin nyo muna mabuti. Ang problema kasi masyado tayong nagiging sensitive pag pinuna yung pagkakamali ninyo na gusto nyo i-correct ng hindi galing sa inyo yung pagkukorek Magre-rely kayo dun sa law na yun. Come to think of it, why not strengthen your faith na everything will be okay? Baka meron para sa inyo. Baka nga naman talagang tadhana na maghiwalay kayo. Pero baka merong ibang calling na dapat gawin. O baka nangyari yun para ma-realize yun na baka pwede pang Pero hindi nga magsa-sound ito. Ito yung sinasabi ko. This will never ever sound acceptable doon sa mga pro. Kasi iba ang gusto ninyo. Ang gusto nyo, yung pang sarili ninyo na akin to. Gusto kong sumaya. Buhay ko to.
Pero I guess if they were like in bad marriages na sobrang as in like yung mga abuse naman na like both women and men na alam mo yun, binubugbog for example.
Alam mo yun na nga kailangan pa ng divorce? Pag binubugbog, hindi maghiwalay kayo. Hindi naman kailangan mag-divorce.
But kung ako personally, if I put myself in the shoes of that lady, I would want to cut off ties with that person who
then come up with something.
Annulment.
Diba? May annulment.
May annulment naman.
At the same time, may legal separation. Diba?
Actually, mas maganda nga yung legal separation kasi like, pero you're not only, you're punishing the person.
Because yun na parang gusto nyong mabura lang basta-basta yung kasalanan na parang sobra na yung paghihirap ko. Samantalang kanina na-explain kanina sa mas matindi yung pinagdaan ng hirap ng Diyos para mabura yung kasalanan natin. Tapos tayo, pag mag-complain tayo,
Ano ba na?
Hirap na ako. Nasampal ako ng stairs.
Like, ano ba
Nasampal
na?
ako ng
Parang,
stairs. Nabato ko
I
ng
get
kaldero.
that. I get that. Pero for like, the non-religious people or the people who don't really believe in, you know, the sacrifice that Jesus made, diba? It has to make sense for them too. Diba? So, that's yung ano. Kaya nga, mahirap talaga i-reconcile yung faith at saka yung law of man. Kasi, hindi naman talaga dapat yun nagko-coexist. Kasi there shouldn't be, like, if it's a choice between following your faith and the law of man, it's a no-brainer. Diba? Sino i-follow mo? Exactly.
Heavenly virtues.
Yeah. So, diba?
The covenant and the mandate. Yung sinabing mandate ng Diyos na very important sa lahat. Love. Love one another. So kahit na sino tayo. Sabi pa nga dyan, pinakamahirap sa lahat is love your enemies. Diba? So the reason kung bakit sinacrifice ni God yung kanyang anak at yung anak nag-sacrifice ng mismong body niya na wala na atang hihirap pa
sa pinagdaanan.
Yung pinagdaanan o kahit ano pang pagdaanan niya, wala. Yung mga nabubugbog ng mga asawa, mas matinding pagbubugbog ang ginawa sa Diyos. So I'm sorry pag this will be very touchy. Lalo na,
you can get canceled.
Yeah. Oo, pero yun na.
Well, like if you're gonna get canceled because
yung point is I rather be canceled by men than by God.
That's true. I mean, because we are believers. So, you know. Pero like, you cannot dictate
bakit ko naman sinasabi to. I'm not dictating. Sinasabi ko yung point. So, kasi masyado naman mainit yung topic ng issue na parang nagsusumbatan yung both ends kung sino yung tama. Ang sinasabi natin dito is parang sa mag-asawa rin lang yan eh. Pag nagbabangayan, nag-aaway. Merong side ni Mrs., may side ni Mr. At may truth.
That's true.
Yung truth na yun yung sinasabi natin dito. Diba? Naiintindihan ko side ni Mr. kasi Mr. din ako. As much as may Mrs. ako yung side niya, iniintindi ko yun. Ganun din si Mrs. So, ando doon yung point na in any argument, kahit na hindi mag-asawa yan, kahit sa magkapatid yan, magkaibigan yan, or talagang magkaaway yan, meron yung side ng isa, meron yung side ng kabila, at the same time, meron yung truth. Diba? So, ang problema sa mga issue ngayon, lalo na doon sa nakikita kong mga nagpapasaringan,
yung sabi mo, medyo entitled na yung dating nila.
Oo, na parang
yung
dapat ganito na yung, hindi, dapat ganito, ganito yung pag-iyak lang, hindi nyo kasi naiintindihan. Naiintindihan namin. Actually, mahirap intindihin yung belief ninyo. Yun yung mahirap yung maintindihan. Pero kung ano yung pinagdaanan nyo, oo, naiintindihan ko bilang tao. Oo.
It's not invalidating naman the hardships that you're going through or anything.
Oo. But kasi ako, kung totoong ganun nangyayari, by all means, maghiwalay kayo. I'm for that. Pero hindi dahil sa divorce. Dahil yung divorce, yung bill na yon ang magiging takbo o ang isipan ng tao, it's okay okay lang, wag na kayong magpunta doon sa getting to know each other o talagang ma-realize yung mahal yung isa, wag na yung pagdaanan lahat yun. May divorce na kung hindi nag-work out. People will take advantage of that.
I guess
hindi na sila magpupursige na para maging okay itong relationship kasi mayroon namang easy way out.
So, pero yun na nga. So, siguro it's our job as parents then to educate our children not to take marriage, kumbaga, lightly. And it's not something you get into because there is a divorce to fall back on if it doesn't work out. Like, diba? Ultimately, we have to teach our children that marriage is something na dapat pinag-iisipan. It's sacred. Kumbaga, hindi lang basta nagpakasal din civilly, kailangan pa rin backupan pa rin siguro ng church or like siguro for me, kung dahil meron, na-pass naman na yung divorce bill and wala na tayong magagawa kasi na-pass na siya, ibig sabihin, go na, di ba? Hindi mo na pwedeng bawiin. Pwede, pero like, like the work and, you know, shit like that. So, wag na. Oh, okay, andyan na yan. Anong ngayon ang pwede natin gawin? Ako, for me, hirapan nila yung pagkuha ng marriage license. 'Di ba? Damihan pa nila yung process. Damihan nila yung mga seminars, damihan nila, like, gawin talaga nilang super hassle para, 'di ba? Yung mga taong gusto lang talagang magpakasal. Yun lang yung yun lang talaga yung as in tutuloy na i-complete lahat yung requirements, 'di ba? Like yung seminars alone, gawin nilang kasi yung seminars namin when we got married in church, we thought it was already long. Pero like when we were done with it, we were like, yun na ba yun? Parang okay. May enjoy mo siya if you're like, you know, open to being enlightened and all that sort of things.
Ang yun kasi yung point na matatanda na tayo.
Na-humble kasi tayo din dun eh.
Diba? Oo.
Like, parang na-realize, okay, I didn't know this. Parang, okay, I thought I knew everything better, like, more than anything.
I'm praying yung mga lahat ng ikakasal, mamulat.
Experience nila. Yung,
diba? Mamulat sila na before sila pumasok sa marriage niya.
It's irreversible, kumbaga.
It's a point of no return, sabi nga ng tatay ko, it's a point of no return.
Dapat.
Andyan na yan. So, kung sakaling hindi mag-work out, ang sa akin lang, that's on you. It takes two to tango.
Paano kung ayaw na nga magtango nung isa, gusto niya swing?
Yun na nga, kaya sabi ko kanina, it's okay kung talagang hindi. Pero yun na nga
gusto nga mag-swing with somebody else.
Yun naman, diba? Kasi
yun lang.
Mabibigyan na nga
ng justification.
Oo.
Tapos sasabihin, irreconcilable difference. Kung ako din, because may divorce na, gawin din nila mahirap yung grounds for divorce. Gawin naman nilang reasonable, hindi lang yung irreconcilable differences like, you know, I just can't take it with yung attitude niya about like that. Like, parang hindi ka ba mag-a-adjust? Like,
saka, diba? Ang sa akin lang naman dito, minsan, yung mga solution nila. Let's make it easier for people.
Yun naman. Accessible is the term.
More affordable for people.
Accessible is the term.
Mas madali nang magawa, makuha. Instead ng pahirapan dahil yun? Masyado na sila inaapis. Naghirap, inaapis. Na parang, kung alam nyo lang yung pinagdaanan nila, I don't think magkakaproblema yun kung wala namang problema sa bawat isa. Or kung meron ng problema dun sa isa lang, then, merong pagkukulang sa umpisa pa lang. Hindi na-realize yun. So,
like a perfect example.
Huwag natin i-baby.
A perfect example would be my parents because, kumbaga, one person wanted to marry the other person wasn't as willing. So, even though my dad wanted to work on the marriage, how could he make it work when there is already somebody else in the picture? Diba? That's hard. How? Diba? He wasn't wala talaga. Talo ka na. Umpisa pa lang, tapos na.
Bago pa
diba?
Lang tapos simula yung hiwala, yan meron na. Hindi naman ito.
Kigin na nga, diba? So, wala. So, I guess, sa aspeto, then in that aspect, gusto ko maging happy yung daddy ko, pero I don't want him to go to hell. So, sabi nga, pero, it's in the Bible, if ang reason is the other person was unfaithful,
pwede nga mag-iwalay.
Sabi ni God, sige, okay lang. Diba? Yun lang. You cannot get married. Until mamatay yung pero sabi din niya, thou shall not commit murder. So, you can't kill the other person. Pero, kumbaga, pag namatay na siya, free ka na, ganon. Diba? So, sabi ko din, niloko ko nga yung parents ko na parang, I messaged them separately na parang, I told my mom, pwede ka na makapag-divorce, ganyan. And she's like, my dad, sabi ko, pwede nung dad, pwede ka na mag-divorce. Tapos, thumbs up. Pero nung explain ako after kung manggaling sa church, sabi ko, dad, wag pala, ganun. Sinabi niya din sa akin yung point niya na parang, hindi ko yun din gagawin. Alam mo yun, like, wag na, what is the point? Parang, diba, it's been so long. Siguro, parang sa kanya, he just doesn't see the need for it din. Kahit na accessible pa siya or afford or
yung
whatever.
Hirap na pinagdadaanan natin sa marriage or kung sa family or kung ano man yan. It's all part of the process nung pagdadaanan natin patungo sa eternal reward, sa eternal life. So, yung solusyon ng ganyan, like the divorce bill, ay masyadong makatao. Ang naiintindihan ko kasi yung point nila, lalo ng mga pro na yan, dahil doon yung point na sabi, at least makatao. Kasi lagi naman natin sinasabi, dapat maging makatao naman. Yung mga, lahat yung makatao. Pero we have to remember, sana maging makajos tayo. Yun ang importante sa lahat, na nakakalimutan na ng marami. Masyado natin, like for example, yung divorce na sinabi ko nga, because the divorce bill is already there, no, what you're actually divorcing is regret. Kasi hindi na kailangan magsisi yung tao eh. Hindi na kailangan matuto sa pagkakamali niya. Kasi may divorce naman. Andyan din yung dinivorce mo na yung hope. Ang daming sasabi, paano naman yung mga bata na nakikita nilang nag-aaway na yung magulang nila? Pero meron bang nag-isip doon sa mga batang nag-hope na magkabalikan din yung mga magulang nila?
True. Nobody thought of me when I wanted my parents to get married.
Yun na nga eh.
I know.
Minsan, dahil yung mga bata.
Nobody asked me what I wanted. Kumbaga, during that time when it was happening, somebody could have just easily asked me, what do you want to happen?
Hindi naman nagmamatter kasi eh.
Kasi nga, bata lang naman yun.
Hindi, kasi nga, ang nagmamatter lang dyan, yung feelings ko. Laging ganun na lang. Diba? No man is an island. So, bago natin isipin yung pagiging mga tao, ang pinaka dapat natin bigyan ng priority, yung pagiging maka-Diyos. Diba? Ngayon, will this be popular, yung magiging opinion ko? No.
Probably not.
There's a chance of getting canceled as well. Considering the fact na mas marami yung ganun.
Sabi yung pro, parang feeling ko nga mas marami yung pro.
Kaya nga nanalo, kasi mas marami yan eh. Diba?
Well, hindi naman kasi ang nag-vote, hindi naman the rest of the population. It's just a few
At saka sa akin,
people.
Isa pa sa akin is yung pride sana ng Philippines na isa
tayo sa along with Spain and
the Vatican.
Well, obviously.
Ilang country na lang, if not 3 or 2 countries na lang.
Spain, syempre.
Ang walang divorce.
True.
Diba? Yung sinasabi, Paris is the city of love. Diba? Para man lang sana ang Philippines, kung tutuusin is the country of love, kung come to think of it, dahil dito walang divorce. Okay, hopefully, ganun. Pero instead na mag-focus tayo sa love, which is the mandate, which is a covenant, na pag-uusapan natin ngayon.
It's so crazy lang to me na yung mga tao kasi hindi na din sila masyadong afraid to commit yung mortal sins. Which is so crazy to me kasi like, sabi ko, na-mention ko na yan sa previous episodes, di ba? Like, I was so scared I'd go to hell.
Hindi, kasi we're too concerned about yung sa mga sasabihin ng ibang tao. Nabanggit na natin ito doon sa previous episodes. Ang concern natin is basically yung image natin sa tao.
Which is so sad.
Natin sa Diyos. So, siguro that's where yung sinasabi natin kanina, yung makatao versus yung maka-Diyos. But at the same time, yun na nga, nabanggit ko din sa Book of Us about it. So, it's now out.
I will link it below.
Sa Amazon, available na siya sa Amazon.
Sa
Apple
Pilipinas,
iBook,
mabibili na din siya. So,
available sa ebook, sa
paperback and hardcover.
hardcover. Although yung hardcover hindi available sa Asia.
Except in Japan.
Japan lang. So, magandang pangregalo makita niyo doon. Meron dyan. Send us gift or mga. Hopefully, you can read it. Nasa Goodreads na rin siya. So, it's really a good read. So, hopefully, you can get to read it.
I-review nyo sa Goodreads is what he means. You can get it on Goodreads. Kasi,
I hope yung mga basa nun, ma-realize nila yung mga pinapoint out namin. We're also thinking, ako lalo na, is busy siya na I could possibly
I'm never too busy for you. I will do a podcast with you and
review yung book.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to come out with, since I'm already playing on my phone anyway, might as well just, put it on. I will try, but it's
anyway,
hard.
We're supposed to talk to him and things about the Covenant.
Actually, mahaba-haba yung The Covenant. So, actually, part 2.
Because we just watched The Covenant.
Which ako, hirap na hirap akong panood. Pero, it's the same. It's a promise.
Yeah, diba? It's a promise.
Si, Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. Si Jake Gyllenhaal siya, pero pinanood ko siya kahit masama pa yung loob ko kay Jake.
Well,
kasi sinoktan niya siya.
Wala yun din yun.
Pero yun, grabe. Hindi naman sila kinasal or anything. Pero like, that's crazy. It hurts. I'm still hurt for her.
Ako, basically, I've been through a lot of heartbreaks. Na nung umpisa, dahil sa sobrang sakit, hindi mo alam kung paano mag-move on. So yes, naintindihan ko yung nagiging pain na kung paano ba dapat maayos o dapat paano maka-move on. Pero only to realize after a while na parang buti na lang pala naghiwalay kami.
Buti na lang hindi ka kinasal.
Diba? Kasi what if? Hindi. I wouldn't end up with.
Kawawa ka naman.
So doon yung point na sinasabi ko, hindi po nagtatapos doon. Kung meron kayo pinagdadaan na problema, hindi po doon nagtatapos.
Pero if there's one thing that I can advise dun sa mga kabataan na may chance pa, don't get married young. Like, don't be too in love with the thought of being in love, because once you're married, it's not like
katapusan. Hindi, ang totoong katapusan, ito na. We'll have a part 2 or...
May katuloy to kasi nga gusto ko rin pag-usapan yung The Covenant ng movie at saka yung covenant ni God between dun sa Old Testament and then yung covenant ni Jesus with us, diba? So,
as much as ang dami po rin.
So parang instead na The Covenant to, divorce.
Sorry if we sounded preachy lalo na sa part 2. No?
It's not preaching.
It's not, we're trying to understand din yung mga nakapasa namin ng mga pro.
It's funny, the memes though.
I hope na
parang, there's a meme yung sabi na parang napas lang yung divorce bill, akala ata ng mga kailangan nilang requirement mag-divorce, parang gano'n. That's funny, but that's not what we're thinking about. That's why it's not why we're against it. Actually, right now, parang I'm leaning towards being not for it also. Pero yun na nga, it's different case to case kasi. Gusto ko lang i-prove sa akin. Kumbaga, sa akin, parang ako yung magbibigay ng... Hindi, parang kung ako yung...
Last episode na po namin bro.
kung ako yung kung ako yung magiging one of the people who will decide kung i-divorce ko ba tong dalawang tao. They have to have like, kumbaga, beyond reasonable doubt, kumbaga, sabi nila sa court, kapag guilty or not guilty, or whatever. So, yun, dapat may reason na mabigat. Hindi yung just because gusto nila mag-divorce. Ganun. Yun lang naman, di ba? Pwede naman yun, di ba? Kung gusto nila may divorce, dapat ganun yung grounds. Harder. Tsaka, gawin nila mahirap talaga magpakasal. Para sobrang hassle, mata-turn off sila, di ba? Anyway, ayun na nga, pagkakaroon ng mga part.
Try to na lang yung law ng tao sa law.
Oh, that's so loaded. Anyway, yun lang. He is O. And I am A.
Okay.
Okay.
Parang...
That time soundbite.
Yun lang. Hindi ko na.